Yes, lads and ladies, how's it going? Max here and welcome back to another preview on my channel. Today it's Tottenham versus Burnley tomorrow. Lunchtime kickoff around 2 o'clock. Not that that's lunchtime, but you get the drift. It's probably when I'm going to wake up 5 minutes prior to kickoff. Hopefully you guys are having a nice weekend, and if you are watching this before the game, I'm expecting us to go into this one and come away with all 3 points. Hopefully we can just do the job. Not concede any silly goals, not let Chris Wood score, not let Jay Rodriguez score, whatever his name is, and let's just precisely not let Burnley score. If Burnley don't score, we're going to win, because I want to see us playing attacking football with Dele Alli back in the side, with Gareth Bale flying on the right hand side, Harry Kane and Sonny, Ndombele, Højbjerg, Rodon, Reggie's back. Let's get, if we can't have Aurier, we've got to settle for Doherty and obviously Hugo in goal, and then I want to see Toby. I want to see Toby and Rodon. That's my preferred centre backs, with Reggie and Aurier obviously, but it's going to have to do. Matt Doherty's going to have to do a job. Højbjerg and Ndombele protecting that midfield, Ndombele doing what Ndombele does best. Dele Alli back in the side. I mean, that goal was brilliant. The overhead kick, I actually missed it, didn't get to see it, so I had to watch a replay. But oh my god, Dele Alli looks like he's got a bit of that fire back in his belly. Just needs to probably shave that tash he's got going on. Not really a fan of that, I'm not going to lie to you, Del Boy. But it'll just be nice just to get back to winning ways in the Premier League. We've been playing awful recently, and I'm going to hit you with some straight facts. And I'm not going to read them from a bit of paper or get them off of an app. Definitely not. Right, 2 secs. Spurs have won 5, yes 5, of their last Premier League home games against Burnley. Burnley haven't had a top flight win against Spurs since 1974, and I definitely haven't checked Wikipedia for them facts, I'm telling you right now. That was straight from the brain. Burnley haven't beat us since 1974. Obviously at Spurs, are you kidding me? They're the sort of facts that the commentators waffle and everyone's like, oh, why did you bring that up? And Tottenham have lost 5 of their last 6 Premier League games in general, so you could argue we're just as bad as Burnley. I mean, Burnley are Burnley. No one likes Burnley. Who likes Burnley? They play long ball football, and that's what we're going to be seeing tomorrow. I keep stuttering, I don't know why, so I can only apologise. But if we just stick to our guns and just attack them from the get-go, and don't invite them on, don't give away silly free kicks and fouls in the centre of the park, because you know they're going to John Loft it forward into Chris Wood, and he's going to want to header it into the back of the net. That is how they're going to play. No team has failed to score in more Premier League games than which club? Burnley! 13 games they haven't scored in this season. I mean, that is just absolutely ridiculous. It's crying out for us to get a clean sheet, right? Surely. The smile on my face, it better be there after 90 minutes, I tell you. You can tell I'm already getting a little bit wound up just thinking about not coming away with 3 points. Because if we don't, there's going to be some Mourinho haters out there, 100%. And moving on to that, that's what we're going to talk about very quickly. If we lose tomorrow, am I Mourinho in? Am I Mourinho out? End of the day, I think we've got him till the end of the season, at least. We've got him to the end of the season. We're still in Europa. We got a good little draw. We got Slavia Prague, who actually... No, we didn't. What am I waffling? We got Dynamo Zagreb. I don't know why I was thinking about Slavia Prague. It's probably because I had a bet on them, and they ended up beating Leicester. So I was quite happy about that. But then the other teams in the accumulator lost, so I ended up winning nothing, so it doesn't really count for anything, does it? Dynamo Zagreb, we've played them before. I remember we played them at the old White Hart Lane, and correct me if I'm wrong, they weren't easy, but then that's when we had the days of like Hossam Ghali, Timu Tainio, Mido back in the day, probably wearing these type of shirts. So I actually love the retro shirts, I'm a big fan of them. So the last time round, it was only 1-0, thanks to a Heung Son, shock, who was on fire at the start of the season, scored a header from a Harry Kane flick on, and it went top corner, the header from Harry Kane assist. That's when those two were linking up in their prime at the start of the season, and I just want them to get over this little dry spell, get over this little patch of not connecting with each other, Durex, and then just get going, get on the score sheet again. Sonny's been poor recently, and if he doesn't play well tomorrow, I will probably be one of the first to say he needs to be dropped. I went to Twitter, and there was quite a few people over on there. Max, if you're not following me already over there. I took it to Twitter and said, Son has been poor recently. He needs to be dropped. He hasn't looked himself. He hasn't been getting the ball down and just driving at players and just taking his chances, really. He's been really bad. Like, he's been shocking. Sean Moss says, looking ahead, where are the key areas to improve? Who could we realistically see at centre-back to improve us? Now, we've missed out on so many centre-backs in the past, and I can only blame whether that could be Daniel Levy, because I'm not going to sit here and blame Jose Mourinho or Pochettino, because Pochettino had this defence and he managed to do some wonders with it. So I don't know what's going on at the back. Something's happened. We've got Ledley King as our assistant team coach defensively. I imagine that's what he's doing, because he isn't focusing on the forwards. He used to be a centre-back, but we seem to have gone back in time, and we're just playing like we've got Anthony Gardner at the back at times. Or Ricardo Rocha. Oh my God, we actually had some poor players. We've had some shocking players in the past. I'd love to get that Skriniar. Is that how you pronounce his name, from Inter Milan? I don't know what happened with him. It's all gone a bit quiet. And then Joe Rodon needs to just get playing. Other than that, I don't actually know. Off the top of my head, I could obviously be using my phone and go into Transfer Market or go on Football Manager and see what there is. But centre-back wise, I'm pretty useless when it comes to thinking of centre-backs. I'm not going to lie to you. I will happily put my full faith in Jose Mourinho. Whoever he wants to sign in the summer, get them in. And obviously, if we've been linked with any centre-backs, let me know in the comments down below. There's probably ones that I've been like, oh yeah, and I just can't think off the top of my head. But Sean, key areas to improve on. We'll probably end up getting a new keeper. We've been linked with Henderson from Man United. For the future, he could be a good keeper, so let me know your thoughts on that. Left back, we've obviously got Reggie, hoping that he'll stay. I'm sure he will. The right back position's always been one that we've looked at. But Aurier, I probably would. The amount of slander I've given him in the past, I'd probably stick with him. The right wing position, Gareth Bale, Stevie Bergwijn, whoever's been playing out there, Lucas Moura, there's still not one that you would just place in every single weekday or game day. Who gets in there? I don't ever know who to actually put in. At this time, I want to see Gareth Bale though. We've still got Giovanni Lo Celso to come back as well. Now, he's an exciting player, but I won't waffle on too much because this preview is going to go off and no one's going to watch a 10-minute preview. So let's just leave it at that. But let's get some score predictions and let's see goal scorers, what you guys think. As always, I always take it to Instagram or Twitter. Usually my Instagram. Just hit 13,000 over there. XJoeMax. Don't forget to follow me over there. Buzzing with it. Love it. I actually post on there mostly. Not going to lie to you because obviously my Twitter account got hacked. Suspended. 26,000 followers just gone like that. 26,000 followers. Imagine that. Nearly all of White Hart Lane just getting taken away from you because you post a goal of Heung Son scoring against Aston Villa last season and then you put it on your Twitter and get suspended. Yeah, that was me. Nice. Just before I jump into score predictions of what you guys have been saying, Dele and Bale. That is a bromance I want to see. And then Son and Kane. We better smash Burnley tomorrow. I'm going to kick things off. I'm going with a 4-1. Strictly speaking, 4-1. No if, buts or maybes, absolutes. James Redmond. Max Davis, love the name Max, says 3-0 Kane, Son and Bale. Great shout. These are the sort of posts that I put up. All you have to do is reply with a score prediction. Simple as that, and then you can be in the video. So let's have a look, see what you guys have been saying. We have got from the first one, Ellie. You're going with a 1-0. Ellie, why are you going with a 1-0? TH Coy says 1 or 2-0. Rob says Spurs, Kane, 2, and PEH being Pierre Huibier. What a player he's been. I'll fly through these. So if I get your name wrong, alright, I'm sorry. Alfie Rye says 3-1. Jack Tile says 3-0 Sonny, Kane and Bale. Cal Coral says 4-1. Love that score prediction. That's what I went with. Joe goes Kane 1-0 and Wood. Why are people saying 1-0? Tottenham fan page 3-1 Spurs. Lovely. Maddie Watt says rather not saying in the face it's like. Less of that, Maddie. We're going to win. We're going to win tomorrow. Our man says 4-0, Kane hat-trick and Bale if he starts. Love that. I love that confidence from you. Alev says 2-0 Spurs, Sonny and Kane to score. Sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. I do apologise. My English isn't, even though it's my... You see what I mean? I can't even talk. Anyway, 4-0 Tottenham, Bale 2 and Kane and Ndombele from Tony Gramson. And then at the back stick, knocking a header in, is Keris saying 3-1, goal scorers Bale 2 and Kane. So hopefully that'll be it. Don't care how we do it, as long as we get across the line and get all 3 points. I'll see you guys for the match reaction tomorrow, and come on you Spurs! Thank you for watching.